Is there a mistake you remember so clearly that every time you think of it, your heart tightens and a sentence flashes in your mind? I'm terrible? There are mistakes that are not loud, that nobody knows about, but they lie in the heart like a stone. We go to work still smiling, still talking normally, but the moment there is a little quiet, that stone drops onto the chest again. Someone came and shared, "Just because of 1 minute of anger, I said one sentence that made that person fall silent. I thought after saying it, it was over. But I didn't realize I would be the one who couldn't bear it." That night, they typed an apology message and deleted it. They called and then hung up. Not because there was no love, but because there was fear. Fear of being rejected. Fear of being judged. And deeper still, fear of looking straight at themselves. From that day on, they lived inside the trap of the past. No one tied them up, only memory did. And memory does not hit with hands. Memory hits with torment. When we torment ourselves, we think it is responsibility. But many times, torment is just another form of the ego. The ego wants us to be perfect. The ego cannot bear the fact that I was wrong. And because it cannot bear that image, we punish ourselves, so we do not have to truly change. The first step to get out is not to forget. It is to accept. To accept means to see things exactly as they are. I was wrong. I hurt someone. No excuses, no because, no listing our good deeds. As long as we are human, as long as there is still greed, anger, delusion, there will still be moments of clumsiness. Seeing that is not to be careless, but to be less cruel to ourselves. Acceptance does not erase the fault. Acceptance only helps us put the truth down in front of us, look at it clearly, instead of holding it inside until we cannot breathe. Or when we accept, something very strange happens. The war inside begins to settle. We still regret, but regret is no longer a whip to strike ourselves. It becomes a reminder, don't repeat it. Remember, torment cannot fix the past. Torment only makes the present worse. And the present is the only place where we can create merit, create goodness. I often suggest a small practice. Every night, sit still for 3 minutes. Place your hand on your chest. Take one long breath, and then say silently, "I was wrong, but I am learning." Not to lull yourself, but to give yourself back the right to repair. If you want to begin right now, write down one mistake you are carrying. Just one line. Then write a second line. What is my lesson? Only that. And the heart has already begun to open. But there are burdens that we should not carry alone. In the Dharma, we call it a noble friend, someone mature enough, gentle enough, steady enough to hear us without judging. When we confess in the right place, the mind becomes lighter. Not because the mistake disappears, but because we no longer have to perform for ourselves. A noble friend does not necessarily give a big answer, and they often only ask a few very real questions. What do you want to correct? What are you most afraid of? What are you holding this guilt for? Sometimes we suddenly realize we hold guilt not because we are good, but because the ego wants to prove I really am bad, and then escape the work of transformation. When light shines in, we see the way out, and then our apology is no longer a tragedy. Our apology becomes responsibility. And finally, the forgiving ourselves must go with something very concrete, restraint, so we do not repeat it. No one needs you to promise, "From now on, I will be perfect." You only need to choose one right action each day. When anger arises, stop and take 3 breaths. Before speaking, Ask, will this sentence hurt anyone? At the end of the day, write one line, where was I kinder today? Maturity is not never making mistakes. Maturity is not returning to the same old mistake. A mistake, if we learn from it, becomes a lesson. If we repeat it, it becomes karma. Remember, forgiving yourself is not erasing responsibility. Forgiving yourself is giving back the energy to repair, to make amends through the present, to live more kindly from today onward. If you want me to make a video guiding a 7-day practice of forgiving yourself, please like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs it. And comment 7 days so I can send you the practice schedule.